Hello, and welcome to the ProofSpace Fireside chat about our latest feature release. I am Allison Fromm, Chief Commercial Officer at ProofSpace. I am joined by Victor Radchenko, CTO and co-founder of ProofSpace. ProofSpace is a decentralized identity hub that makes it easy to issue, hold, and verify reusable, digital, verifiable credentials. And we are very excited to show you one of our newest features, which we are calling social stamps. So Victor, thanks for taking time to demonstrate this exciting new feature. Can you tell us a bit about what social stamps are?
Thank you, Alison. Hi, everyone. Well, social stamps and the idea that lays behind it is to make possible transaction from federated identity to SSI, self-sovereign identity. And with ProofSpace social stamp, it is possible to receive the fact of authentication with your social account as a verifiable credential into your app, into your ProofSpace app, and then use it with other services to exchange and to receive credentials back, or to authorize through SSI walls functionality, which I believe will be the topic of our next recording.
Fantastic. And I think it's such a great feature to be able, for any person to be able to hold in their own decentralized identity wallet that sits on their phone a verifiable credential that shows that they control a particular social media account. So how does it work? What's the first step?
So we have two ways to get the social stamp. First is a desktop way. So we have a service called Stamps ProofSpace ID. And here you can see a QR code, which is a QR code which allow you to do SSI walls with ProofSpace to access the service that can issue then social stamps. And I'm going to do this with my app, which you can see at the right. So I just scan the QR code, automatically jump into the interaction. And interaction is a way how we structure the communication between a user and the service. Interaction usually consists of two parts: the part that indicate what the user will share with the service, and the part that shows what the user can receive back from a service following this interaction. So I press proceed, and performing SSI walls with Space social stamp service. Success, and I got access to the list of the services I may authorize with and receive the fact of this authorization as a social stamp credential. Let's try to verify email.
It's probably the most common one. Good place to start. So you're entering your own email address there. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it. So I just entered my email address, and I should get, yeah, I just got the email with a PIN code.
So ProofSpace is basically performing a basic two-factor authentication here, sending a PIN code to prove that you control that email account. Is that right?
Yeah, I just confirmed that I own this email by knowing the PIN code that ProofSpace just sent to me. And this is the usual practice that any service does during onboarding people. They need to verify their email. With ProofSpace verifiable email, they may save their cost and integration and developing cost on this. Just rely on the already verified email. So I press confirm, and in my app, I just received the notification that invite me to receive the social stamp. I go to the corresponding interaction, press proceed,
And in a moment, the credential will show up in your own identity wallets, right?
So I got the credential that contains my email, and the credential issue date, and this credential has been signed by ProofSpace ID service, and I own this credential now in my phone. What's interesting about it, that on ProofSpace ID service, which has its own dashboard, the last interaction relates to my credential, but there is no user data saved in this interaction. So we just get the data to issue the credential and then immediately delete it from the database. That's how we follow the high standards of user privacy.
That's a great feature to protect the end user's privacy and give each person a way to prove that they own an email account.
That's right. And let's now play with, let's assume we have a service which wants user to share the social stamps, and the result of this sharing can be any. For example, user can receive another credential into their wallet, or in combining with SSI WAUs feature, this can be a new way of authorization people to your website through OAuth plus verifiable credentials. But this will be a topic of our next video. So now I will just show how easy it is to configure the interaction, which will require social stamps to be shared from a user. So this is our ProofSpace demo service, and this is configuration of an interaction. The name is social stamp demo. The interaction will be initiated by button, will require notification ID, which is actually your analog of phone number, but for push notifications, which is present in our network also as a credential. And any service may request this from user, and users see that if this is requested and user confirm this sharing, then the service will be able to send push notifications to the ProofSpace app with different just text messages, or propose to perform another interaction, whatever. So we go to the required credential list, and from ProofSpace ID service, we may select, let's say, Twitter, and verified email as an example. Right. So now in the app, I may choose the demo service somewhere here, find this social stamp demo interaction, and you see now it contains just notification ID. But when I save it on the dashboard, in a few seconds, you may see that the list of the required credentials now has verified Twitter stamp and verified email stamp. I already received verified email stamp, so it's here. I can see what is required, what will be shared. For example, this can be also configured in the interaction. We may set which particular attributes we want to get from the credential, etc. That's how we do selective disclosure. Plus, we can do zero knowledge predicates that can, for example, somehow restrict the credential issue date, and to ensure that the credential is fresh and up to date. And each service can do this following their requirements, their rules.
This looks really easy. It looks like it's really easy. I mean, we're showing how it's really easy to configure with only pointing and clicking and using the web base. It's so easy that even somebody with no coding experience, like me, can set it up.
That's right. Now I have to receive my verified Twitter stamp, and we support also mobile flow, which I will show you right now. And mobile flow also requires user to authorize through SSI WAUs, but now it's not a QR code, it's a button because we are on mobile. So we authorize through the ProofSpace, jumping into the authorization interaction. I press proceed. And in a few seconds, we'll be redirected to the Twitter authorization. So now I may press authorize.
So the user can do this without leaving their mobile device.
Right. That's right. So now I again received the push notification that propose me to receive my verified Twitter stamp. And let's see what we have here. Again, this is my interaction. So this is the credential that will be issued. It contains my Twitter ID, user ID. So now I press receive in the app, proceed. And the state of this interaction changed on the dashboard. At the same moment I received my credential into the app. If we'll now check this event on the dashboard, you see that no personal data has been stored and immediately deleted when the credential has been actually received by the user.
That's really important privacy preserving feature. Thank you for showing that.
Yeah, so now in this social stamp demo, we have the full list of the required credentials, and we may proceed with it and see what will happen here.
So a company could use this to onboard their users, to sign up for a relationship with the company, to sign into their account with the company, to verify proof of life, proof of humanness, to avoid Sybil attacks and bots, because every end user would have to have a verified Twitter account and a verified email account. Is that, do I have that right?
That's right. And even more than this, in Web2, we rely on federated ID. We may use Twitter as a way to authorize to our platform, to our product, but you don't use several, you cannot use several federated ID to authorize to your system. One can fake the Twitter account, but it's the cost of the attack rises dramatically if you ask people to prove they have accounts in different networks at the moment of authorization. Then this is what makes the SSI WAUs so powerful.
Plus, is it also correct that even though you're authenticating with a Twitter credential showing that you control a particular Twitter account, Twitter has no idea that you're doing that, right?
Yeah, the user authorized just once with ProofSpace social stamp service, receive this credential into the app, and then can reuse it. And Twitter will never know that this information has been used for authorization or communication with other services, which again raises the privacy of the user data.
It dramatically reduces the ability of a company like Twitter or Google to track what their users are doing with their Google account or their Twitter account, because they have no idea that you're using that Twitter account to prove your humanness when you're onboarding with someone else.
That's right.
It's very cool. Very cool. Well, that's great. This is a great feature. I'm super excited to have it at ProofSpace. If anybody would like to discuss more how you might incorporate this social stamp feature into your own onboarding, sign up, sign in process for your end users, please feel free to reach out to us at ProofSpace website. And we look forward to sharing more news about ProofSpace, the latest ProofSpace features and releases in our next video. Talk with you soon. Thanks, Victor.
Thanks, Alison. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.